Megamind, a story of destiny, being a hero, not being a dick. Honestly, I don't know. But what I do know is that it's good. But if we change the perspective from the hero or the villain or Megamind, and instead focus on the normal everyday guy that had absolute power thrust upon him, it becomes a story about how that corrupts absolutely. I mean, he was just kind of a dick, but whatever. Anyway, just imagine for a minute that you are Hal, a regular dude that also works as a cameraman. You're a nice guy. I mean, everyone always reminds you of that, but it doesn't seem to translate to anything except for being a nice guy. Despite being a nice guy, Roxanne, the girl that you're in love with, doesn't really care that you exist. She just treats you like a co-worker when you aren't deeply, madly in love with her. But one thing you do have is a nose for the cringe. And one day when you're just minding your own business, rocking your sick shirt that everyone gets in 2025, but back in 2010 it was kind of a niche joke. Roxanne is giving a speech that she's being coerced by the studio to give.
Unbelievable, it's crazy.
I wrote that piece myself.
Crap.
Believe that in our modern society, they let actual art get onto the news.
Nice save, Hal.
What are we, let's...
Still, it kind of rubs you the wrong way, you know? This girl, the girl that you are in love with, is riding that Metro Man dick like it's a Metro. And she wants to get in the Metro Man spirit. Well, clearly she just wants to get into the Metro Man panties. And you just have to play along and just wait for her to realize that you are the one true love of her life, like she is to you. Until that day, you have to record her getting kidnapped over and over and over again by Megamind. You know, you wish you could do that, you know? She would be forced to hang out with you then. But alas, you lack the intelligence or even the stupidity, because let's be honest, anyone who goes against Metro Man is kind of an idiot. But if you had those skills or those abilities, things would be different.
And I'd be watching you like a dingo watches a human baby. Okay, that sounded a little weird.
A little bit.
Anyway, I mean, you didn't really mean it that way. It just means that you want to watch her every day, all day, forever, you know? I mean, you do that already. Just normally with a bottle of lotion and the day's recording when you're at the editing station. But you can't tell her that, she'll think that's weird. And just like you can't tell her that you love her. But when you turn around, she's gone. And that doesn't make any sense. Megamind is in prison. It's not possible for her to be kidnapped at this time. It's disconcerting, sure. But you figure she's just in the crowd getting ready for the Metro Man speech. And you go and try and find her, but instead you get caught up watching Markiplier juggle some babies.
Look at my DNA. You want it? You can have it.
And this is how you know it's America. Cops firing blindly into the sky. Girls gushing over a YouTuber that goes and pretends he's walking on water. Like, bro, come on, you're not walking on the water, you're flying. You're just making it look like you're walking on water to give yourself a Jesus-like image. And that speech, woo, this guy's a fucking fraud.
Listen, if I disappear like...
Some people, man, are just literally walking cringe.
And I love you, random citizen.
He's actually a fraud. And these people, they're just like, I love this man, I love you, Metro Man. You know, if you were in control, it would be different. If you had those abilities, it would be amazing because everyone would love you instead because you are the coolest person in the world, not him, not this fucking loser. And then you see a broadcast of Megamind appear on screen. You're like, oh, for fuck's sake, man, Roxanne got kidnapped again. And you watch their back and forth. These are the two deity figures of this world. Like, what? They're like children arguing over... And for a second, it actually almost looks like Megamind's gonna win, you know, but then his machine needs time to warm up. You're just like, oh, well, that's just typical, isn't it? Couldn't even plan ahead. Did you just see Metro Man glitch? No, you must have imagined it. No way he could move that fast. And then, the weirdest thing of all, Metro Man is stuck. You just watched the assassination of a living god get basically crucified in 4K. Well, at least the Jesus analogy is complete now. Dying because of copper. What a joke. At least kryptonite has a badass name. But also in England, you know, if you die by copper, it's death by cop. But still, Megamind actually did it. And you have to watch him dance all the way to City Hall. And you have to record it for the news. It's annoying, but this is your job. This is what you signed up to do. You don't have powers. You can't challenge this. You might be the most awesome person in the world, but you are nothing in the face of whatever this is. And it is abundantly clear he has no idea what the hell he's doing. Clearly didn't think you would ever win, but whatever. Actually, what bugs you is nothing really changes except for Roxanne is sad. But this is your golden opportunity. You invite her to a party. You even hire a wedding photographer, you know, just in case you guys decide to elope. Like, now when Metro Man's not here, she has no reason to say no to you. And tonight's a perfect opportunity.
Is it a bouncy house? Chicks don't like bouncy houses, they like clowns.
Right? God, talk about depressing. How could you forget that chicks like the clowns? Ugh, you're such a loser. Seriously, if only you had Metro Man's powers, you could literally sweep her off her feet. Show her what a real man is. You wouldn't need clowns then. And you go that night and cry into your sock under the bed, mourning what should have been in Roxanne and not some cotton-blended purgatory. Anyway, the next day you get a message from Roxanne and she's all hyped up on something. Clearly she's in the excited phase of grief. But then you get there and she's been kidnapped by Megamind.
Oh no, not again.
And you walk around, you try to see what's going on, but what the hell? Until you hear something coming down a pipe and it hit your nose, your beautiful, beautiful nose. You see these two dickheads come out of this thing and you have to explain to them exactly what happened. You know, you had to fight off tons of ninjas, a bear. Shit, there was even a Soviet warship and that sprung legs and walked onto land. And you had to fight it off with a pair of chopsticks. That really happened.
This is Bernard. He's my partner.
Partner?
Hang on. Metro Man has been in the ground for like an hour. And she already has a new partner. What about you, man? You've been her work colleague forever. She just discards you like yesterday's news. She treats you like a kid, like a little brother or something, rather than the man she's destined to be with. If only you were taller, then she'd fall for you, right? Holy crap, lady. This dweeb over you, you are the perfect human being. This guy's a dork. He's just so much of a loser. Anyway, she drops you off home and rushes off. She said nothing the whole trip home. Just bit her lip, kept smiling. Ugh. If only she knew that you two were meant to be together. But again, you can't do anything. It's done. But then Megamind appears in your room for you. But that thought is almost completely wiped from your brain as you wake up the next morning and see a man with suspiciously glorious hair. And he gives you some speech about being a hero and something about humility, integrity, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? You're going to be a hero. And you look down and you're 7 feet tall and you can finally put this on your Tinder bio and it's actually going to be the truth. Now, finally, Roxanne will love you. The universe has acknowledged your greatness. It took long enough. Cue the hero montage and your new space dad. Honestly, if you inherit his hair, well, that's just amazing, isn't it? But as it stands right now, it looks like you've still got some growing to do. He gives you a suit, tells you that all you have to do is save the girl and she will be forever in your debt. And so all you really have to do is just put her in a terrifying position and then save her from it and she'll be yours, right? It gives you your new name, Titan. Now, is that like tightening a wrench or like or those really big thingies in Greek mythology? You don't know. But what you do know is now with these, you can convince Roxanne to love you. Your space dad and your space stepmom especially really came through for you. That woman, truly a saint, taking you in, showing you what love really is. You love your space stepmom more than anything. And now you can finally be the man that you are destined to be. So you grab some flowers and you set up some elaborate work of art in Roxanne's dangly bits. I mean, you spell it Titan because Titan doesn't fit and, like, you know, it looks a bit better. I guess she didn't like the flowers.
Forget the flowers.
What do you want?
Thought maybe we could go for
But that's okay, not to worry. You're still 7 feet tall, good looking, glorious. You've got the powers of Metro Man. You are amazing. And you just show her how good you are at rescuing her. You know, you read somewhere that bald eagles, like the women, choose their men based on how good they are at catching a stick that they drop from the sky. And you just do the exact same thing for her. Brilliant. Instead of chasing a stick, she is the stick. She has first-hand experience of seeing how awesome you are. But the ultimate culmination is throwing her over a building, blasting through said building, and catching her just before she hits the ground. Brilliant. Now she will definitely want that kiss, right? Maybe some sock stuff.
Who are you? Really?
Oh, right. Well, prepare to have your mind blown, little lady.
Like, seriously, how does she not know it was you? Like, the cheeks and the hair? Is it like a dead giveaway? I mean, sure, maybe she didn't expect you to be 7 foot tall. But anyway, she tells you there'll never be anything between you guys. Like, what? Why not? You have the powers. You're over 6 feet tall. Oh, it has to be because you don't make 6 figures because you're just a cameraman. That's like the only reason, right? It's not like you're McLovin.
It's in. Oh my god, it's in.
Anyway, you storm off. Screw that girl. She just ripped your heart clean out. It was just meant to be a small fight. She didn't have to end it there and then, did she? You do a little stalking and she's cheersing up that same nerd that she was with at that weird building. Like, you could understand Metro Man because he was a living god, right? You know, even, oh Jesus, I'm going. This guy, he's a nerd. He's just a librarian of all things. He doesn't even make 6 figures. Like, when you are tall, a good-looking, perfect god, you are the most awesome person in the world. It doesn't really make any sense. And through it all, you realize one thing. Being a hero fucking sucks. Like, super sucks. It's not superhero, it's super sucking. Why pretend to be the good guy anymore? Like, you don't even get the girl. Doesn't even make any sense. So you decide that a life of crime is what is in order. And you want to go into cahoots with Megamind. And together, you can rule the city. You even draw up a little drawing of the two of you where Megamind is your little gimp boy bitch. The way it should be. Well, no shit, bro.
All your powers and you squander them for your own.
No shit. Anyway, he's talking like this thing is like a whole game to him. Like him and Metro Man were just having a little dance or something. Like, is this like WWE? It's being a superhero. That's what the outfit is for, isn't it? Oh my god. Well, at least Metro Man got the girl. You're not going to go and play this game if you're not going to go and get the girl, are you? And you just found out that your space dad is a lie. So now you're going to give him the real thing.
Oh God, how I missed it!
This is so fucked up, isn't it? The way he's acting, it's like some sick and twisted sex fantasy, isn't it? Well, fuck this guy. He can want this little dance all he wants. Anyway, you try to have a cheeky 1v1, but he's constantly trying to talk over you and have this drivel about banter back and forth. Instead, you give him nothing and you just show him unrelenting rage. So how could he do that to Space Stepmom? She loved him.
This was the Space Stepmom!
Space Stepmom was really too pure for this world.
I was thinking more like the morgue. You're dead!
That's right, this isn't just a bit of cheeky murder, banter, or even anything. This is...
Game over!
You're not a fraud. Somehow, he escapes, but no matter, you're going to exact vengeance nonetheless. But then he covers you in copper, and for a minute you freak the fuck out. Copper is what defeated Metro Man. But then you realize nothing changed. You still have all your powers. Your power isn't drained. So Metro Man lied, or your powers are different? Probably your powers are different. That's like the only logical conclusion you can come to. Or that Metro Man decided to fake his own death because he couldn't handle the fact that he had to continuously uphold this idea of moral absolution and justice and virtuous positions, and he wanted to go and do, I don't know, play music or something as some guy called Music Man. I mean, there is that new artist that looks like really identical to Metro Man called Music Man, isn't there? Oh, there's no way he would fake his own death to go be a musician. Come on, let's be real now. Anyway, you blast away Megamind and the whole city comes out to celebrate and treat you like a hero. I mean, maybe before you would have actually been a hero, but now you've had a taste of the bad life. You're ready to rock and roll. You want to have your own AC/DC intro. Now you're in charge, and to commemorate this achievement, you turn Metro City into Titanville. This time it's spelt like the noose, because you're going to be the death of everyone who stays. But then Roxanne thinks she can stop you.
To the real Hal. I want to talk to the guy who loved being a cameraman and eating dip and being a nerd and being not as scary as the Titan Hal.
Too late!
Yeah, because eating dip is your entire fucking personality, lady? Like, is that really what she thinks the real Hal is? Like, come on! Well, no wonder you're going on a murderous rampage. The girl that you loved more than anything, the girl you dedicated your life to, thinks your whole personality is dip and cameraman. When all the time you're trying to make her smile, you were treating her well, and you remembered all the little details about her life, and all she remembers that you eat fucking dip? Fuck off. So you kidnap the shit out of Roxanne, and you set up a broadcast for Megamind. She does some gushy spiel about Megamind, and you just cringe because apparently she knows more about the guy that has kidnapped her endlessly than the guy she worked day after day with. This is some kind of high-key Stockholm syndrome, isn't it? Now, instead of murdering her, you set up an elaborate tower falling plan, where the tower falls out from under her because you hate reminders. Boy, oh boy, you must really hate birthday cards then.
I know there's still good in you, Hal.
In all of this, you tell her the truth. There is no good in you. She lives in a fantasy. You also tell the undeniable truths in this world.
There is no Easter Bunny. There is no Tooth Fairy.
And also a conclusion that you believe to be completely irrefutable and undeniable.
And there is no Queen of England.
Yeah, that will tell her. But just as you finish your speech, Megamind appears. Thank God, it's going to be over soon. With a fleet of drones that would put the Chinese New Year's to shame and rip the compression algorithm, I guess. Anyway, he tells you what he thinks a real supervillain is, and he thinks a supervillain is just about presentation. No, man, like being a supervillain is about insane plans, ridiculous monologues, and actually killing people en masse. Not sick guitar riffs and drones. And in response, you pick up a building that somehow manages to not crumple under the weight of one person holding it up. I guess this Metro Man powers also stops physics from physicking. And you toss this building, and you must remark at how it manages to maintain its shape as it chases Megamind down the street. Truly, the engineers that built that building deserve a raise.
Where's all this money coming from? Where is Honey getting the money?
Oh, goddammit, the Markiplier man is back. Oh, that's annoying.
My death was greatly exaggerated.
Well, no shit, you do have eyes. Well, you could try to go for a 1v1, but he is quite strong. So it invariably leads to you running away.
Out of atrocity. You got it. For good.
But then you get to thinking, only one person calls it that. The nerd said it, and now Metro Man has said it. And this one person can also apparently give the gift of Metro Man powers to anyone and make him look like a different person with his technology. Well, you got bamboozled. You know what's worse? He didn't even wait for you to leave. He instantly turned off the cloaking device as soon as you went away. What the And with a brain that big, he could have given himself the actual powers of Metro Man. He's just still an idiot, isn't he? But then he disappears, what? No matter, 1-2 punch later. And now you get back to what's really important. Your evil, villainous stalk towards Roxanne. No Megamind, no Metro Man. Because, actually killing her isn't important. What's important is showing her how evil you are and what you're going to do to her later. Your sock drawer's not going to be the only one that's going to be filled up. And with that, you lose everything. You lost the girl. You lost your power. The coolest guy in the world, the most super awesome man that has ever existed, lost to Megamind, of all things. Anyway, you have a little dance at the prison to celebrate, because why not, I guess? Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you enjoyed the video. Let me know which villain you want to see next, or even a different perspective. I just want to shout out my members, especially Jay. Thank you, Jay. And of course, Lavender, Yuri, and Alan. Thank you. Have a great day and have a great life.